Hello and welcome back to the 9th episode.
Dhillan, are you joking?
What?
8.
Oh, welcome back to the 8th episode of the Bad Friends Club podcast. Today we are sponsored by me. And I'm pushing... I still don't have my Instagram account back. But you know what? We move. So if you've got any money, anything you want to chuck at me... I'm basically a stripper now, so just throw it at me, please. Really need it.
You do a little strip now. Just do a little, give us a bit. Also, can we say, no, you are a stripper. Why are you dressed like such a, where's your clothes? Where's your dignity? Where's your clothes?
Because you had to do a dress change. And nothing in this shop fits me.
I thought you were an inclusive brand. You do have stuff that fits.
No, I do go up to 5XL, but I don't have anything on the rack.
Do you know what Nanny would say? Sharam ni andi, which means have you got no shame? Look at you.
My mum says the same too. I'm covered. My tits are covered.
Anyway, can you do a little? If you were to do a little strip, what would you do? Do it to the camera.
But my chest is really looking hench at the moment.
Guys, literally before this episode started, Dhillan was just there taking pictures of himself, like, oh, look at my lats. Me and Caitlin were like, why do we talk to him?
No one else picks me up, so I have to pick myself up.
Do you know what? I love that energy though.
Exactly.
You do. Put your nipples away.
Sorry. You know, one time I went to my mother-in-law's house and I sat on the sofa eating, like, she feeds me all the time. And you know when you just don't know what the thing is that I got this, I love this vest because I love Billie Eilish and it cost me a £5 off the street. And I was just sat there talking to her one day and like my whole tit was just out.
You had a nip slip with the mother-in-law?
Like fully out, and I was like, why no one telling me that my nipple's out here?
Was she just, did she say nothing?
No, she didn't say it because it's embarrassing for me, but I was just like...
Never mind for you. What about for her? Fucking traumatising people.
It's fine.
Anyway,
how was your week?
I don't know, but you went to a rage room.
I went to a rage room and I loved it. So I was so angry that I didn't have an Instagram account. So I had all this anger in me that I needed to release. And I went with Ayush. She got me for my Christmas present. Actually, I think it was just a gift that she got for me.
That's cute.
And we went and it was sick.
So what do you do? Do you basically what?
You go in like a room, like a smallish room.
Is there stuff in the room?
And there's like bottles in there. There's like printers. There's like stuff you can just whack. You've got 5 different weapons. I got this metal pole and I just went in and Aisha was just like, are you alright? She's there. She's got a bottle. She's like this to the wall. I'm like, Aisha, fucking throw it at the wall.
You like get some rage. So like, what were you doing? Did you just scream? Were you screaming? Were you making that?
No, I didn't
sound?
scream. I was just like, fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Was that really what you were saying?
No, I didn't say that.
No, were you quiet then? You can't be quiet.
They put like screamo music in the background. Then you just go for it.
How long do you get in the rage room?
30 minutes. And you feel like a new person when you come out.
Did you feel like exhausted afterwards? Like you'd given it all
the man was just like, your shoulders are going to hurt tomorrow. I'm like, I lift, mate, if you didn't know. They're every day. I'm joking, I didn't do that. But they did hurt me. My body did hurt me. It's like cardio, to be fair.
You know how you're on this fitness journey? I liked you so much more before you started.
No, literally.
No, that actually sounds really fun. Was it expensive? How much was it?
It's like 55 quid for 30 minutes.
For 2 of you?
Yeah. It was good. It was really fun.
I feel like
I recommend it.
I've got a lot of anger inside of me.
Yeah, I do recommend it. I'm conscious now.
No, it's fine.
If my nipple hangs out, just tell me. And I smell a BO and all.
I was being nice. I wasn't going to say anything. Okay, moving on. Do you know what though? Speaking of
Go on.
Speaking of fitness journeys, guess what? So basically, our mutual coach, Ellen, we love you, Ellen.
I cancel on it all the time though.
I.e. just don't do what I'm supposed to all the time. Anyway, as we established a few episodes ago, I've been struggling sometimes with, you know, it's weird when I say like I struggle with binge eating because it's like, it's a struggle, but also I could just stop. So anyway.
I'm going to put this here because I feel like my belly's hanging out. Yeah, go on.
That's CBA. So anyway, Ellen, because I struggle with binge eating, like I do whatever. So Ellen's made this tracker, and the idea is that when I like manage to eat within calories, I put this emoji. You know, the brown girl with the hand. Yeah. Anyway. And then for the first time in ages, I've got 7 days.
Without a kebab?
No, but yeah, Loki.
Older.
I know this shouldn't be an accomplishment, but I'm really proud of myself. I feel like I'm in a good stretch at the moment.
I'm happy for you.
You know when you like get on it again and you feel focused and everything feels like it's in flow? I feel like I'm in.
No, I feel you.
I'm doing really well with it. So love that
Good
for
for
me.
you. Well done.
Thanks. Also, Dylan's low-key been threatening me and said that I have to look like decent for his wedding.
No, I've never threatened you for that. Don't lie, I'm not that person.
No, he's not.
You was just like, I want to lose weight for your
You
wedding.
actually been very encouraging.
And I was just like, Sash, do whatever you want to do.
You did tell me I had to wear a nice suit.
Don't wear that jumpsuit though.
Can't I find a future husband at your wedding?
I mean, hopefully you might have one. Depending on what stage you're at.
Yeah, so we're filming this. So I don't actually. It's quite far in advance, so we don't know if not my boyfriend, the guy that had. Please help.
Okay, right.
Anyway, Dylan applied for the Traitors.
And so, Sasha, Caitlin, have you heard of this Traitors?
I don't know what it is, but I've heard people talk about it.
So basically, Traitors is basically like it's like a big round table full of people, and you all get given a card. And no, wait. Do you get given a card? I don't know. You're blindfolded, and then somebody comes round, and if you're squeezed on the shoulder,
yeah.
3 of you get squeezed on the shoulder, then you 3 become the traitor. So it's basically your job to kick out all the faithful members in the group, so all the traitors are there at the end.
Right, how do you kick people out?
The 3 traitors got to gang up on, like, so there's a scenario where I think it's you, that everybody like, yeah, it's Sasha. Like, you basically have to all get people ganged up on each other and get them kicked out.
Do you know what? I think you'd
the
be
winner
so
gets
good at
100k.
Shut up. Do you think you'll get in?
Well, I applied for it.
I feel like if anyone's going to win, it's you because you're actually mental.
I don't, yeah, I would literally,
You're a
I was
killer.
going
No,
to
you're
say,
actually
no, it's
terrifying.
true. I just hope no one's like, dog dies in between. Because then they'll know I'm a liar.
Guys, that's a reference to last week's episode where Caitlin's dog sadly passed away.
Yeah, Caitlin's doggy passed away.
And we were obviously being very understanding about it, weren't we, Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
one thing we haven't spoken about recently is our mental health. And you was telling me you was going through some things, but you wanted to save it for the podcast.
I mean, I'm not sure that is what I said, but sure.
You did.
Okay, great. No, right. So I've been going through a little bit of a phase where it gets to about like 9 o'clock and I just feel really, really sad.
And?
Do you think I might be lonely?
No, carry it on.
No, I don't think I want to carry it on. Basically, I told Dylan, like, I've just been struggling a bit, like, mentally. And I'd say, like, the last few, I don't want anyone listening to think I'm like this every day, but the last few weeks, like, I've just had a little cry before bed, like, more frequently than I'd like to admit. Not like a cry,
Yeah,
not a
like,
snotty
just a bit
cry,
of a tear
just like
drop.
a couple of silent tears. And, like, it's been happening quite a bit. And I actually just think, I'm just feeling like everything, you know, objectively, things are okay, but I think I'm just feeling a bit down. But also, a lot of it is to do with, like, the business. So, like, obviously I have a card business. I don't know if you feel like this. Obviously, you haven't got your Instagram right now, so I know you're also going through it. But I'm just feeling so severely under pressure. I can't even explain.
But there's no reason why.
Do you know what? I think I never really have a rest.
Yeah.
Like, not in a, like, oh, she's such a work. No, but you've seen me. Like,
No, I think...
I don't actually ever have
No,
a
you
break.
don't. You're basically going through what I go through in my busy period. And I think only people who are going through the same situation can get it, but there's no actual real explanation on why we feel that way.
I think I'm just... No, do you know what else it is as well, though, in addition, is like... And I think everyone relates to this bit in a way. You know, just sometimes when it's nothing particular has happened, you just feel so under pressure that you just feel like you're being pulled from every direction.
Yeah.
And you're just a bit like...
You don't feel like you're getting anywhere.
You're trying to be like a good friend. You're trying to be like, I'm trying to be a good daughter. It's just... And also with the business, like... Do you know what scares me is like, if I don't... Every sale that happens, it comes from me. Like, if I don't post, if I don't smile, if I don't do that Instagram, if I don't do that email campaign... And it just feels relentless. Like, I don't think I've had a day where I haven't posted on social media in, like, a year.
Yeah.
And I just really feel a bit... Maybe I'm just burnt out. But then I don't take a holiday because I get anxious that, what if I take time off and then I'm behind? And I low-key don't have a social life because every time people are like, do you want to be my friend? I'm like, sorry, guys, it's Mother's Day. Sorry, guys, it's Valentine's Day. Sorry, guys, it's Christmas. I think I'm genuinely, like, I'm burnt out. Do you think that's what it is?
I think it may be what it is. And I feel like from one small business owner to another, you do need to take time off. And I know as much as it's going to pain you being like, you having a day off, you're going to sit there and you're going to think, I feel so guilty for not doing anything. Like, I should be doing something.
Do you know
but
what?
they are going to stick. They're not going to go. Your followers are not going to go nowhere.
I think also, and this is like what's like hard to talk about, is like this year in business is like I'm not doing as well as I have done in previous years. And that's really hard to get your head around. And it's just like, I've been thinking like, I've been going to bed like, you're a failure, you're flopping. And it's just like, it's this voice in my head. And like, in a way, I'm a bit weird, but I'm like, the voice is telling me the truth. Like, you aren't doing as well as you were a few years ago. And I know like other people find this hard too. But you know, like at the moment, as you keep calling it, because you live in crisis, like people aren't spending as much. It is making a difference. Things that used to work before, like Facebook ads for me, and I'm like pivoting, trying new things. But there is this feeling of like, fuck,
what do I do?
Yeah, and like I've seen businesses around just like close down.
No, it's true. It's true. When I had Instagram, I was getting some healthy orders in a day. Now I'm getting single digit orders.
Yeah, and you know, it's not funny, you've got massive overheads.
Exactly.
Like, Caitlin's not cheap. You've got Caitlin to feed. No, because we joke about it, and you know what, actually I do want to say this, because we always make jokes about how like you're very rich, but one, you don't actually get any money from your family, or you like your family are very good at being like, you have to like pay your own way kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I think people don't actually know that about you. And two, what people don't realise is like the overheads of a business, like it's not a joke.
No, it's like rent, stock,
podcast,
ice. Oh yeah, I pay for the podcast.
Yeah, this podcast's not cheap. And then it's like, sometimes I worry like, after I've paid my overhead, so my overhead isn't as big as yours, mine's probably about £1,500 a month. That's just like an overhead. Then I'm like, after that, because cards aren't like, you know, they're small budget, small ticket items.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, then I have to pay myself something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm supposed to buy a house one day. I'm going on a bit, but I'm just saying, I think I'm finding it just quite heavy at the moment. But I
think it's okay, and I feel like this is just a bump that you're going through right now, and you will slowly like overcome what you're going through. You just have to, what my mum always says to me is that you just have to keep on swimming.
That's
like,
actually really helpful.
No, I'm not joking. Like,
no, I'm not laughing.
Every time I go through a bad phase, or like anything bad's happening with me in life, she'll say, Dhillan, just keep going. Like, just keep going, because if you stop, it's just going to get worse. But if you keep going, it's just going to get better.
Do you know what? That's so true, because, you know, on days, like, you might feel this, you know, when there's no sales come in,
yeah,
doesn't that little part of you be like, I don't want to post.
It. Yeah, like
I want to hide in my bed. I don't want anyone to know that I feel like a failure right now.
Yeah.
And actually, that's the worst thing you can do, because if, like, when you feel like that, you don't take any action. Whereas if you, when you feel rubbish, still take action, you're making your life better for the future.
It's true.
It's the same way as like when I feel really down and like I just want to eat loads of shit. It's like, why are you just going to give yourself more future problems?
Yeah. One sale is better than no sale, is what my mum also says to me too.
Also, if anyone has like, if anyone has any like a small business, like, you have to keep talking about stuff and show up to get more sales. You're like, why have I got no sales? Because you're hid in bed because I wanted to
No,
cry.
it's true. Like, sometimes I go to bed and, you know, because like, I know I speak to you when I've got any like work business problems, but what I find really helps, like, don't think I'm weird for doing this, but I speak to myself out loud.
No, that's not weird, guys.
I would just sit there and I'd just be like, Dhillan, tomorrow's a new day, like, you're gonna do better, like, everything's gonna work out, like, and then I was talk as in like first person and third person, and I'd be like,
hang on, what do you mean by third person? Do you talk about you?
I'd be like, Dhillan, like, you're actually just being so stupid right now, like, you're actually gonna be fine.
Aww.
Like, it's not that deep. And then I'd talk as then I'd be like, I think I'm being so stupid right now, just sat here like dwelling about this, and then I'll catch myself and be like, what the fuck am I doing?
I was with you, but now it just sounded
But then I wake up in the morning afterwards, I feel really good. I'm just like, I actually feel really refreshed today.
Do you know what I love about you is you give yourself, you're actually one thing that I admire about you is you're very good at giving yourself best friend energy. Like, you know, if no one else is going to gas you up, you will gas yourself. No, it's true though, because I think a lot of times people wouldn't do that for themselves, but you fully like, you're like, no, I look good. Like, you are actually low-key.
No, I have to.
You're low-key
no
your
one
own
else
best
does
friend.
it.
Huh?
No one else does it for me, so I have to do it myself.
No, you are your own best friend. Nanny gave me some advice the other day. She read it on MSN News, you know, because she loves MSN News. Nanny's 72 and I use her for free labour. She's my grandma. Anyway, she goes that she read on the MSN News that you should look in the mirror and just start laughing. I was like, what do you mean, like yourself?
Is that laughing therapy?
Yeah. She goes, sometimes I try it. I goes, what do you mean? She goes, I go, ha ha ha.
Oh, I would pay to watch her do that.
It was so cute.
I would pay. But do you know what? To like, overall, this whole thing with the small business, like mental health in terms of like, thinking we're never going to be doing enough, I can promise you out there, if you've got a small business and you're struggling, I can guarantee you, if you stop, it's just going to stop. But you just have to keep going. And I know it's really shit, cliche advice, but
it's because it's true.
It's true.
It just works.
It just works.
Because like, imagine you're just sitting there and you're like, I'm not going to post. How's that going to help you?
Yeah, nothing's going to help you. Even if you're faking it and you're making like you've got loads of orders and you're selling so much, there's going to be people out there who are going to be like, yes, like, this is what I want to see. Like, I want to support this company. If you're going to sit there and be like, oh my God, guys, I haven't sold nothing today. I can't be asked to do this no more. I'm a failure. I'll give up. Then do you think people are going to like be like, they're going to be like, okay, cool.
It's just the energy thing. It's the same way it's like you want to date someone who's got good energy.
Yeah.
You're like more drawn to them.
Exactly.
It's all about vibes.
True. It is true.
That was quite wholesome from us.
That was really nice.
Dylan, I'm so glad your nipple didn't come out during that.
I know. I was waiting for Caitlin to be like, your nipples out. But talking about going to bed, crying. I didn't go to bed crying the other day, but I've got a...
Me and Caitlin are looking at each other like, where's he going with this? I'm so intrigued.
No, so basically I've got a
Can you stop touching your boobs?
I've got a condition.
In your boob?
It's in my chest. So...
Okay, this is genuinely the first time I hear about this, and I feel
So
bad.
I have this thing called inflamed lungs. So the left side of my lung it like flames up.
Sorry, is that a scientific term?
Yeah, no, I don't know the scientific word because there's too many letters.
Do you mean
in
it just
there.
gets inflamed?
No, like something's wrong with my internal left lung.
Okay, when you say
And I went to the
flamed
doctors.
up, what do you mean?
Like in the mornings, I can't move. So I had this sharp pain where I literally feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like no joke. I know you think I'm dramatic in general.
No, now I'm getting worried.
But this is like the other day for the first time I woke up and I was like, Aisha, I literally can't move. Like my chest is killing me. And I called hospital and they were just like, you need to come in for an MRI scan. And then, you know, when you Google things at night time and you just shut yourself up.
Have you had the MRI scan?
No, it's on Monday.
I feel like that girl that just found out her friend's dying. I don't know how to handle
No, but do you know what I was doing? Then after like I got my hospital appointment, I kept thinking to myself, what if I'm gonna die? And then how am I gonna tell my family? Like and then I started to spiralize and I not fantasize about it, but then I'm just like, I'm gonna like have to sit them down and tell them that I've got like a few months left to live.
Were you then? Did you get as far as like planning your death and
my
imagining your
funeral? Yeah.
Do you know what? That's such an egotistical thing, but I think everyone's done it. Where you plan your funeral and be like, oh, and I hope this person.
I know. And I was just like, who's gonna do a speech for me?
Were you like planning it?
Who's gonna wash me? What am I gonna wear? My
Sorry,
coffin?
what do you mean wash you?
Because before you get your coffin, you gotta get washed, haven't you?
Was I going to do a speech?
Yeah, you didn't really pass my mind during the funeral, to be fair. But that was basically it. But when I went to the doctor before, they basically said, look, people your age suffer from this. It's normal. But they're like, if it gets worse, then come back. I'm like, I don't want to admit that it's got worse, but it has got worse.
You're going to have to tell them the truth.
So in the mornings, I'm like...
Okay.
But it's fine.
Well, I hope that's not serious.
Yeah, hopefully not. But if it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
I'm not chasing that. Nope. No. Well, will you give us an update at the next episode as to how the MRI
Yeah, I'll let
went?
you know on Monday if I'm gonna
Still be here. Thanks. I do think it's normal though to like plan your funeral. What do you want to do when you die? Like, what do you want to happen to you?
I want to be like lifted up on a piece of rope, not by the neck, but like, and just want people to just look at me.
As a corpse?
Just be like, I'd be like, swinging around the room. I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person to talk about death to because I'm just going to make a joke about it.
I thought you'd been serious. That's not actually what we were.
No, I just want to be like burnt alive, not alive. I just want to be cremated, sprinkled. What are my favourite places I like to be sprinkled at? Oh, there's a good buffet in Newcastle
Can you
that I
stop
love.
calling it
It's It's called Laos 212. Me and my best mate used to go there nearly every day, and we used to eat so much Chinese food. It was wonderful. If I could pick somewhere that I wouldn't be sprinkled.
Can you stop
by-
saying sprinkled?
What do they call it then?
I don't know. It's just the idea of. Like,
Don't chuck me in the ocean or shit like that.
Do you know
I'm
what?
like,
I just took you in the
"Ugh."
bin. I'd actually just take an urn of you.
I
just
would be
put
like,
in
do you
the
know
bin.
what?
Fair. If I died, I'd like to be on a kebab that you have to eat.
That's disgusting.
No, but it'd be my
I
dying
would never
wish.
want you
Imagine
to be
that was my
inside
dying
me in my
Ew,
life.
I feel ill.
Dirty
Caitlin,
cow.
what do you want to do when you die?
I'm actually afraid of death, so I don't
Okay,
think about it.
guys, Caitlin just said she's afraid of death, so now we're going to move on. Great.
Okay.
Caitlin always kills the mood.
Oh.
Caitlin, why do you always kill the vibe? Okay.
You can get, when you get cremated, they can put it into tattooing. You can have it tattooed onto you.
Guys, cameraman Stuart just said that when you get cremated, they can put it into tattooing and then you can tattoo it on you. I didn't know that. You're getting a tattoo this weekend. You know that moth tattoo that we talked about? It's actually called it's a death moth, isn't it?
Deathly moth.
I really don't think that's a good omen.
Maybe that's a choice and change.
I don't think you should do this.
At least I look nice in my coffin.
Oh, you're going to be topless?
They can like paint in. They can you
Colour by numbers.
Yeah.
We say bye by just colouring a bit.
No, it's fine, guys. I will be fine.
No, you're going to live to like 312.
No, I don't want to live that long.
No, but you will.
A
I
good
just know.
75, I would be happy.
75 is a good age. No, do you know if I get to like, when I get to 75, I'm just going to eat a doner like 3 times a day? Because what am I trying to stay healthy for? Then you just
No,
get to
that's
enjoy
true.
like what age actually I think probably
I think after you have kids.
no, because then you have to be around for the children.
No, but I'm not saying I become a hef. Like I'm basically saying like you don't have to work out as well. I mean I love working out. Like I'd rather be at the gym now than be sat here next to you. But it's like you kind of when you like things you just keep doing it, don't you? But anyway, how's things going with you and your partner? Boyfriend,
No,
friend,
guys, he's not. Can we not?
associate?
Definitely, guys. We've had by the time we're filming this, we filmed 2 on the same day. I've only been on 1 date, so you can't say this because he's gonna hear this. And what if
What the fuck did you put in the notes then?
I didn't?
Didn't ask me how it's going with the boy, and I'll use it to segue to something.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Hi.
Dumb bitch.
For fuck's sake. I hate you so much. I'm not even gonna come to your funeral. I'll see you on
I
your
will
funeral.
live stream
I'm gonna
it.
do shots.
If I get Instagram back, I'm gonna put a tripod on top of my coffin and just like make sure everyone's reactions are filmed.
You know that thing they did with like Liz Truss, and it was like who lasts longer, Liz Truss or a lettuce? It's just gonna be like a live cam on you as you just do it. Oh
gosh.
God. Oh, one thing I did want to say is, you know that. So when we started this, we low-key didn't know like who was gonna listen, if anyone's gonna listen. And to be fair, we still don't know if anyone's gonna listen.
No, they
but
do.
we actually have been getting like good. Well, we've been getting quite a few messages, and it's actually been really nice. So if you've been listening and like you want to tell us like how it's going, please tell us. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, could you like and subscribe now, please?
Oh yeah, we should do that at the beginning.
I know,
at the
but
end.
right now, could you just like and subscribe?
Of
That would be just
everyone.
pause it and just give us a little like. But no, we've actually been getting a couple of. So after we spoke about the episode that we kindly referred to it as my moldy eggs, which, by the way, can I just say like that's our banner. Like that's how I'm not suggesting that anyone else who's struggling with these issues has moldy eggs. It's just how I like to like make jokes about stuff because we're both broken. Anyway. We actually got quite a few. I don't know if you said that you got some too. We got quite a few messages about like that whole situation around like
Yeah.
the pressure of like fertility, how hard. Also, just like the pressure on like a lot of people basically said that they've experienced similar situations, whether they're trying to have children and it's proven more difficult,
Yeah.
or just the constant pressure to have children and like that's your worth. And people even saying like they feel judged for not wanting kids.
Yeah, and I think in life people have like this like template of what the perfect life is. When you reach a certain age, you need to have this and you need to have achieved this, and when you get to this age it's the same. And I feel like especially this generation, like the generation that we're in right now, we kind of know what we want for ourselves before we think about what other people want for us, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot of people out there who haven't maybe got the strongest mentality in and are confident enough to actually speak about what they want for themselves because they're so pressured by other people for what they expect to have. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but I think that's a very you thing. Like, I think you've got to a place in life where you're very comfortable with what you want to do and you won't feel as influenced. I think there's loads of people that are like, that don't have that.
That don't
have that sense of like, I guess you're just very unbothered by pressure. Do you know what I mean? From other people.
No, but what I'm saying is that there's people out there who, like, they want to be unbothered, but they feel like there's people around them that are pressuring them to do things that they kind of like don't want to do anymore.
Yeah, so I think like that was the big theme in all the messages that came because in the last episode, when we spoke about it, one of the things you said is like everyone has their own timeline, which I thought was really refreshing.
Yeah.
But we had quite a few messages on it, and like I just thought it might be helpful to share like some people's experiences and what they've said, purely because in case you're listening to it, it might make you feel a bit like, okay, it's not just me that feels this way, because we had like loads of different ones. So we asked people like generally like, how do you feel about, you know, the topic of children, full stop. And like one person said, I feel so much pressure as a group of women and the only one who's not got a baby. And I was like, I feel that. And it is true, like when you're like a woman of a certain age. But then also like somebody said like, no kids for me unless I win the lottery. And I think that's something that's not really spoke about.
No, it's not, because kids are expensive.
No, I seriously worry. You know how the other day I was saying I'm worried like about, for instance, as I get older, like fertility, because that's a real thing. But also, like, I'm worried financially. Like, I'm not necessarily in a position where I can afford children. I think, like, people don't really speak about it. But,
I've got one
go on.
from a follower, and she speaks about PCOS.
So we basically had loads of messages after that episode, and we thought that if we share them, it would be helpful in case anyone's in the same.
And I was told by Ayushi, who's got it, to mention that 1 in 3 women have PCOS. So it's a very natural thing. And it's something you don't really find out about until later on in life. But this is from a follower. They said, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovaries at the age of 18 and told that if I didn't have children by the age of 25, then I would be able to have kids.
She means I wouldn't be able to have kids.
Oh, she just made a spelling error.
Then
I wouldn't be able to have kids.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship for 3 years, 22 to 25, and was unable to have children with him. Good job I didn't, because he was cheating on me, texting other women while at the fertility appointments with me.
Oh, what a dickhead.
Left his sorry ass and the possibility of having children at 25. Started seeing someone casually, and very suddenly and completely unexpectedly fell pregnant after only 3 months of dating. Truly believed in fate, would never get rid of this beautiful miracle. He, however, didn't think so and did a runner on me. Shit, this girl's gone through a lot. Blocks on everything. So there I was, a single and pregnant, carrying a miracle, ready to do it all on my own, until someone reminded me that it didn't have to be the end of the quest for love, which I thought it was, brackets. I went on Tinder, of all places, and started speaking to someone, told him of the baby growing in my belly, cut to 4 years later.
And basically, we've cut it there, but basically what she was saying was like, they're together now, and he's like a massive part of her kid's life.
They're together now.
Which is like so cute. So basically we had like loads of different messages, and then some of the ones that I wanted to pull out were just like quite sweet, because we had some from people who were just saying like straight up like, I want to have my career before I have children. Some people said, I don't want children, and I feel like society goes on like I'm some evil woman because I just don't want children. Like, that's fine.
Some people just want to be the cool auntie.
I was raised by my mum and my auntie, and my auntie's like, she has a very full and happy life, and she doesn't have children, and like, she's like my mum. Do you know what I mean?
I get that.
I think you can like, also somebody said that like she'd grown up like caring for her family, and so she didn't really want children because she's done that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's other, go on.
You know, even that people who don't, because we also had like quite a few messages, and I can understand this is a really heartbreaking subject for people who obviously are wanting kids and really struggling, but even like if it's not working out, like it's just this whole thing that when you're a woman, like we start making jokes about it, and it's just this whole idea that like it's almost like if you don't have kids, like there's not much going on for you. That whole narrative is mad, and I didn't even realize it, and I feel really bad now. But even like when I was younger, so like when I was like 18 and stuff, or 21, working in an office, like when someone gets married, you'd be like, are you gonna have kids soon? And I didn't even realize that until like now later how fucked of a question that is, because you're putting someone in such an uncomfortable, you don't know their situation.
You should never ask somebody, are you gonna have kids?
But like in Indian culture, you bloody, like, you're not even married yet. You're like, you're going to have babies soon. The moment you get married, like, when my, this is very, when my mum was married, they lived in a big house together, and, like, her mother-in-law would go downstairs and be like, I don't think you're trying for a baby hard enough, because she'd be, like, listening in the other room. But it's mental.
It is
and but it's so ingrained in our culture that it almost seems like a normal question, like, to ask someone, like, are you going to get kids soon?
No, it's true. It's not a question that should be asked in today's society. But there's, like, very successful women out there who have no kids, like Oprah Winfrey.
Not fair. I'd
rather have Oprah's money than have kids. Jennifer Aniston, Dolly Parton.
Who's Dolly Parton?
Miley Cyrus's grandma.
Is she really her grandma?
Godmother.
Oh, she's elite. Do you know what's interesting to me as well? You know what Nanny always says to me is because obviously Nanny's always, because she left school at 13, got married at 17, had kids like 21 in the UK. She didn't know anyone. She's put it on me so much to say don't have kids too soon. She was just like, make sure that you try and get as much out of your life as possible. But
they literally, like, when you have a kid, that is your life.
So I guess, like, basically, what Nanny was trying to say is, like, well, not even Nanny, just generally, like, it's not one answer for everyone. And I think we all just need to give everyone some slack. Like, if things aren't working out for you, like, that must be awful. But the last thing you need to do is beat yourself up on top of it. But I did have something that I thought was nice to share. So she said that it was okay. So we had, like, loads of messages. And one woman messaged me, and basically she was, like, in a relationship with someone between 30 35. She thought he was her guy, and then for whatever reason they broke up, and she then found out, she thought that they were going to have kids. Then she found out that she had fertility issues, and she wasn't with a partner, but she wanted to be a mom. So she basically decided to be a single mom by choice. She ended up going through, like, it was quite complicated what she had to go through, but she ended up doing artificial insemination with a really close friend who's a gay guy, because he wanted to be a dad. And so she ended up moving to Dubai. She was pregnant and was intending to be a single mom with this guy who's her friend, to kind of have some role in the child's life, but he wasn't going to be, like, around. And so she's basically just given birth to a beautiful baby aged 41, and she's just given birth. And when she was in Dubai, she ended up meeting a guy. She fell in love with him, and he's gorgeous, by the way, and a PT, so hot. And he's, like, wants to take on an active role in, like, sorry if that's insensitive, and he's going to take on an active role in this kid's life as well. And so just to say, like, you never know, like, how it's all going to work out.
Yeah,
and
no,
you can
it's
take
true.
things into, I just thought it was a lovely story.
That's a really nice, well-rounded story to end it on. Oh, where the help? Where people can get help.
Oh, so, but also because we know it's a sensitive subject and we're not very good at this, because we, you know.
Yeah, me and Sasha have been told in previous podcasts that we've done is that we do try and speak about
we want it to be real and talk about everything,
yeah.
But sometimes when we're talking about things naturally that are a bit heavier, because we have dark senses of humour, we make jokes and then we just move on without, like, adding anything of, like, value to anyone's life. So that's something we've been working on. But also, guys, you know, if we ever do stuff good and bad, like, just tell us. So what we did do is a lot of people that messaged actually suggested some really good resources that they found when they were struggling with, like, fertility and IVF and stuff. So we're going to put them in the links to this podcast. So yeah, that's us trying to be
them out.
Useful human beings. Now we basically need to change the mood a little bit, because I feel like we've had a really wholesome moment, and
I don't think we can, like, just jump straight into
we need to
it, but I
explain
need to
what's
just
going
tell you
on.
guys what's going to happen. What you're going to hear now within the next
Is the
10
end.
to 15 minutes is either going to be the end of mine and Sasha's friendship, like, no joke, or...
No, that's it.
Yeah.
We should have started this episode by being like, hello, welcome to the last episode.
Yeah, welcome to the last one that's being
So,
filmed.
speaking of, like, how we've had messages coming in, we had a message come in, I can't remember what they said, but they basically said that I talk really fast, like I'm rapping. Do I talk that fast?
Sometimes.
Yeah. It's because I think, like, I don't know. Is it hard to listen to me?
Sometimes.
Oh.
No, you do talk fast, though.
It's just because I'm like, no one's got time to listen to me all day. Like, you know, when I listen to voice notes, I always listen to second speed, so I just think I'm being helpful. So anyway, someone was saying how I talk really fast, and they were like, oh my God, you and Dhillan should do a rap battle. And then I was like, oh my God, lol. And then I realised that I must, like, subconsciously hate you, because then I messaged you and I was like, Dhillan, just so you know, I've gone in.
And that's when I was like, you don't know who you're messing with right now.
I sent Dylan a message of the topics that I was going to cover, and the way in which this guy went, Sasha,
do better.
your life is over. He was like, if that's what you want to come with me at. And so this was supposed to be a friendly little rap battle thing, and we've both written 18 lines ish.
18 lines.
And then we both sent them. So we both sent our rhymes to Caitlin, and we haven't seen them, like each other's. And all we've got to go on is Caitlin's reaction.
Caitlin said...
Caitlin basically said, what did she say to you?
She said, yours is really harsh.
Did she?
She said, yours is really nasty.
She said to me that yours, like some of the things that you're going to say in yours, she wouldn't be okay if it was said about her.
Really?
And,
Yeah, but that's just me.
and I was like, now I'm a
I
bit
feel
scared.
like Caitlin's a very Hannah Montana at the moment.
What,
like
you
some
personality?
days, some days she's like, I didn't get back nothing. And then some days, like, just even looking at her will make her cry.
Caitlin is mourning though. Can we be sensitive?
Oh, yeah, sorry
Caitlin's-
about that.
Rest in peace to Jack. Jack's Caitlin's dog. He's passed away.
Okay, right. Shall we...
She's laughing. It's not me. She's laughing.
But before we get into that, we've got some agony aunt questions that we need to get through quickly.
Wait, have we actually?
We
Hang
have.
on. Caitlin, have we got some? Basically, we put on stories if anyone like wants us to give advice, which I think is a terrible idea, that we could advise them. I didn't think people would actually ask us for advice.
Did they ask us for advice?
Right, so Caitlin, you've actually got some agony aunt questions for us. Go on then, tell us. I'm ready to be a sage with a fountain of knowledge.
I've just done a fountain of piss and a wine bottle.
Guys, we had to. I don't even want to discuss it. Behind the scenes, no, forget it. Behind the scenes, right now, we're like the set that we're on. We're locked away, so you can't actually go to the toilet. So Dylan took one of these wine bottles and weed in it, and then proceeded to spend like 3 minutes telling us how warm his. I don't want to talk
The
about it.
bottle was so warm.
Anyway, Caitlin, please have an agony aunt question because I can't cope with this podcast.
Boyfriend of 12 years refuses to watch anything I like and it pisses me off. Is this normal?
Just tell him to not fuck off in the next room and watch your own show without him.
No, I do think like every now and again you can watch a show together.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want to watch it, then just tell him, alright, then see you later.
Okay, soon to be married. So when you're like in your new married life and you're sitting there, and then I usually like I really want to watch the show.
I
and you
usually
wouldn't wanna watch it.
70 Day Sunset. What is it? Sunset.
I don't know, but do you like
That
watching it?
Netflix show.
Sunset Valley.
Sunset Summer. And I just sit there and watch it. And then I get really into it too.
Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, no, he should. I think just like watch it. He doesn't have to really watch. Just do it on
Just
his
tell him to
phone.
go on TikTok or something.
Yeah, and put the volume on low.
Yeah.
Solved. Welcome. We're so good at this.
Agony aunt, isn't it? What's the
Okay,
next one?
Can we start calling me agony auntie?
I just...
Sorry, I'm gone. Right, gone. Next.
Someone has been exclusive with someone for 2 years, but it's still not official. What do I do?
That don't make sense. How are you exclusive but it's not
So it means
official?
they're not fucking other people, but it doesn't mean they're boyfriend girlfriend. It's like we're not seeing other people, but it doesn't mean that we're like further in our path.
Well, why can't that person just ask them outright, can we make it official?
Well, I get the energy from that they probably have. I would say sometimes no answer is an answer. Boom.
What's the next one?
Okay.
Tell
It-
that person just to either tell them, are we going to be in a relationship? If they say no, then be like, alright, cool, see you later. Next question.
Do you know what I love is that you can be so, you actually mean that, whereas for me I'd be like, no, please, please. I'd just be really hurt and upset. Okay.
My GF dumped me on Boxing Day for being in hospital over
Oh.
Christmas and having to cancel plans.
Hang on, she was annoyed that she had to cancel plans because her girlfriend was ill.
Yeah.
Then that woman who dumped her deserves shits for the rest of her life. But what would I do as an agony aunt for advice is find out where she lives.
Stop it,
What?
stop it. Whatever you're gonna say, just
Just
don't
smash
do
her windows through, basically.
Just a little smash.
Slash her tyres.
No.
And rob a cat.
Alternatively,
Chuck it in bin.
I would suggest that now you've got space to like find somebody better. That's so much more wholesome. I'm so good at my job.
No, I think the majority would vote for me. You're too nice.
Anyway, can we get more serious? It's time. Okay, we're both like preoccupied because it's got a bit tense in here now because it's time for
this rap battle.
the BFC rap battle. So for context, the idea is that me and Dylan were supposed to go away and go absolutely in on each other. We did say like we were gonna go in.
Yeah.
But we don't know how in. The problem is when you do something like this with someone, is you don't want to go not in enough. Because then I imagine Dylan was really savage and then I just come off like a pussy. But also, you don't want to go too far because then we might never be friends. And we don't know what each other's done. Were you stressed about going too far or did you not care?
I didn't think. But everything I've said, can I just say, is stuff that we've spoken about or we've joked about.
Yeah, but have we spoken about it like privately?
No, there's things that you told me that you never want to speak about, and I would never mention that. But there's things that you speak about daily, or you've mentioned it to me once or twice, which I know that you're happy for me to speak about, and it's funny.
I'm actually scared. Right, Caitlin, who do you think should go first?
Sasha.
Oh, no.
Right, Sasha's going first in the rap battle. Sasha, do you want me to give you a beat or
Can
no?
I find my... I'm also, guys, do you know what's really... I'm not a good rapper. I think I'm going to be like...
Just do it like,
I'm going to try. I'm just going to try my best. It might be more like a poem. I'm going to try. Okay, if it's really bad, like, can I have another take?
Yeah.
Right, are you going to give me a beat?
Okay. You're not back to this?
I'm going to try. Dylan, I'm really happy that you're in love. Finally found someone after your nose job. Wait, I can't do it with this beat. Can I start again? I want to do it a cappella. Okay, wait. Just right. Ready? Can I go? Right. Okay. Let me just get in the mood. Okay, like I do my own beat.
Okay.
Right, just. I got this, guys. Yeah. Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait, Shush, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should look at you to make it worse. Dylan, I'm really happy that you're in love. Finally found someone after your nose job. Gotta get married quick before the hairline goes back further. It's deteriorating faster than your ratchet career. Imagine having 60,000 followers and just 2 friends. Oh, sorry, your Insta got deleted and you're irrelevant again. Caitlin might put up with your daily attacks, but she still got me Beyonce tickets behind your back. Genuinely worry how you get through life. I'm only your friend for that free tie-dye. You're secretly a savage and you need medical help. It's not okay to make jokes when Caitlin's dog died.
Have you done?
Yeah.
I feel so bad now because mine's horrible.
I thought mine was really mean. I made fun of your hairline. I said about your nose job. I said that you've got no career. I thought that was pretty mean.
No, that was good.
Oh my god, what's about to happen to me?
My jaw hurts.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Okay, do you want a beat? I can't make a beat. Caitlin, can you?
No.
Oh, nobody's musical enough. Okay,
Right, Sasha's rap. You ready for this?
Oh my god, guys, there's paragraphs.
Okay, right.
Shall I
think
look at
mine's
you?
gonna be more like a poem too. No,
No, you
I
have
can't
to-
look at you because I can't look and read it.
Okay, but you need to have delivery. Come on, give it some.
Okay. Sasha, firstly I want to start by saying your fashion sense is shit. You've got no taste, not even a little bit. I think you should stop selling your shitty bits of paper. You know the ones that Clintons wipe their asses with because their quality just screams cheaper. You came for the wrong boy. You're never gonna get a man, so stick to playing with your toys. Before I get into that, let's talk about that camel toe. It's that big, you can gift it with a cute little bow.
What's happening?
What's so funny is that you go on about your chins. Sorry to say, but from a distance, it looks like it's giving birth to twins. Oh, I'm not done.
Okay.
Now let's talk about this man you thought you was gonna marry. The one who suddenly went ill because he realised how much he would have to carry. It's okay though. It's okay. There's one last verse. It's okay though. There's someone out there who will whip you up like a book, but realistically, it's gonna end up being a JCB truck.
I don't understand.
Because the only thing that's gonna be able to lift you is a JCB truck.
Oh, it was a fat joke. Thanks. Okay.
Oh my head.
I can't believe you brought up what happened with my ex-boyfriend. I can't believe you just told everyone that you got ill. Okay, so if you'd like to like and subscribe.
Are we still friends?
No. You just told me that a JCB truck is needed to lift me up.
We told me that my hairline and my career's gonna fail.
Yeah, but it is. I don't mean it, I'm just angry. I started this episode saying that I had 7 days without a kebab, and you just told me that
Oh
I'm gonna
my
get
God.
run over by a JCB truck. Okay, well, we're not doing bad friend of the week because I'll tell you who bad friend of the week is.
My jaw hurts.
It's fucking you. Guys, in the comments, can you tell us who went hardest? Can I just say your delivery was awful?
Yeah, it was really shit. But in my bedroom, when I was in it at night time, it was so good.
I bet it was. Do you want to try one more time?
No, I can't because I can't read properly because I'm dyslexic. If you didn't know.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I have no sympathy for you. You just told me that I'm so big. I need a JCB truck.
No,
Right.
but I don't mean
No.
that. I can lift you.
Thank you for watching episode. Do this.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Here's to episode 9 next week.
Oh, we're at least doing an episode next week.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.